Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Babes Who Manifest podcast. I am your host, Lawanza, aka The Gratitude Chick. Don't forget to follow me on all of my social media platforms at The Gratitude Chick, on Twitter, Gratitude_Chick, and on TikTok, Babes Who Manifest. Hello, everyone. It has been a few days since I uploaded on the podcast. I am currently researching and about to start filming for the Rich Bitch Chick series that starts on Monday for my group, my Facebook group. So I have, between that and working full time, I have been stretched pretty thin. So in the next couple weeks, because this series is going to be about 3 weeks long, where I'm going to be recording 5 days a week for the next 3 weeks. So that means I might not drop any new episodes on the podcast a lot during this time. So bear with me. When it's over, I'll be back to uploading every day or 4 to 5 times a week. But I did want to get back on here today just to kind of leave you a little something so that, you know, it can carry you through these next 3 weeks. And I literally am all about the law of assumption, because I believe that not only is this a faster way to manifest, because you literally are in control, but it might be easier for people to manifest. The law of attraction literally is like attracts like, and you have to, maintain your vibration to be on the frequency where everything you want lives. That's kind of what the law of attraction is. And while that is great, and we do manifest like, with the law of attraction, whether consciously or unconsciously, the law of assumption really is about your feelings, your beliefs, and your imagination. So if you are anything like me, I literally live in what I call fantasy island. That is in my head. And for many years, and I really do think this stems from the fact that I read a lot. I have been a book reader since, I don't know, at least maybe 12, 11, like avid book reader. There are times when I don't watch any television for weeks or months because I am reading my books, especially if it's a series. To be very honest, this one book series that I'm reading currently, or I was reading, but the author and her publishing company are in some kind of lawsuit, so the books stopped last year. But as of last year, I was waiting on book number 92 of that series, and that was just one series I was reading. At any given time, there are multiple books that I'm reading, so that just kind of gives you a little insight to what I mean when I say I'm an avid book reader. And I do read a lot about self-help, but I also read a lot of fantasy, like don't talk about me bad, but a lot of vampires and witches and stuff. But it just kind of, I don't know, it develops your ability to imagine when you read about, fiction and fantasy, and you can see in your mind what the writer is writing about. That to me is a good writer, when I can see what in my mind what you're actually writing. So it's kind of like watching TV as I'm reading a book, if that makes sense. So for me, I am great at imagination and visualization because I do this with reading. And then, oftentimes, sometimes when I'm just chilling, and I'll just go into fantasy land and create an entire scenario about whatever it is that I'm, stuck on at the moment. So for me, the law of assumption is something that works well for me, because it is literally me being able to create a different reality for myself that I can push all my beliefs into and have it come true. The law of assumption allows you to assume, not just assume the wish fulfilled, but once you take on that wish is true, it is true for you in your reality. So let me give you an instance. There are many women out here, and I was one that said all men are dogs. And I believed that wholeheartedly. So every man I came in contact with, they were all dogs. Why? Because this was the reality that I assumed for myself, and it became true to me. So while all men were dogs in my reality, this person over here was, met the love of her life, got married, and I'm like, what's happening here? What's happening is she believed her soulmate, the love of her life was out there, and she would meet him, and she did. That was true for her reality. I believed all men are dogs, and I am single at 45 with no children as a result, because I believed this for many years. And I believe this because, of everything that happened to me as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult. So I had years of experience believing that men are dogs. So this is what I mean when I say what's true in my reality is literally true for me. It doesn't necessarily have to be true for anyone else. So when you think of whatever it is that you want, you just have to believe it for yourself. It doesn't have to be true for anyone else. So if you believe, and here's another one that I am literally today, and which is one of the reasons why I decided to get on here and talk and ramble, is because I was listening to a guy named Jake Ducey, and one of the things he said was, whatever it is that you believe, not only is it true for yourself, it will become a permanent part of your life. There's nothing that you can do to shake that, because you have put all of your beliefs in that. And when he said that, it was like a light bulb that came on, because all of my life I have been overweight, and all of my life I have been told that I will continue to be. Like my uncle, when I was like maybe 11 or 12, I was literally just a little overweight, but then he started calling me Big Mama as a little kid. And that he called me up until my 20s. And then they couldn't understand why I was gaining and gaining and gaining, because this is what you guys wanted from me, so I gave it to you. They people said horrible things about me in my family. So if this is what they're saying about you for the people who are supposed to love you, I mean, I can't take on the world stuff, because the people who are supposed to love me, this is what they're saying. So for me, I believed all my life that I was just a fat person in the family. I'm just the fat one. Most of my family is small. But me, like I have a cousin who is about a year or so older than me. She's not even 100 pounds. Another cousin who is like 3 months older than me, she's maybe $110. Okay? So for me and my sister, like everybody in my family is much smaller than me. So I just internalized that I was just a fat person in the family. Everybody had one. Just like people always say, there's at least one gay person in your family, this, that, and the other. Somebody has that gay person. Everybody has it. I'm that fat person. That's what I believed. And then now here I am at 45. And today was the first aha moment in my life that I said, that I heard, that I said, wow. Because he was like, think back over your life. What has anybody fed you or that you internalized and then believed for yourself. And that was it. Because that man called me Big Mama at such a little, a young age, I internalized that into this is who I am. That's who I'm supposed to be to the family. That's who I'm supposed to be to the world. I am supposed to be this. And so I became who he said I was 30 years ago. And I never realized that until today. That was truly an aha moment. And it goes to prove that whatever you believe about yourself is true in your reality. I believed this, and it has, really been kind of a sad life trying to figure out why I can't lose weight. And then I started adopting other views. Oh, losing weight is hard. Oh, eating right is tough. Oh, exercising is painful. These are things that I've adopted along the way to further solidify that I am supposed to be fat. It was a really deep moment for me today when I got that aha moment, because I've been trying to figure out what is happening, why, what's going on. Because people have a common misconception about fat people that we just sit around and gorge ourselves. I can't. There's just no way possible. I have gastritis. There's no way possible for me to do it. But even though this is a limiting, debilitating situation that I'm also working on in my life with having gastritis, it still hasn't given me the opportunity to lose weight as it does for most people. In actuality, I've gained weight with gastritis, if you could believe that shit. So, this is all the stuff that I am dealing with, which is what led me to the law of assumption, because it's allowing me to change, reprogram the things that I believed. And it's allowing me to see things I didn't even realize I believed. That weight loss thing and the fat thing was such a huge aha, because I wasn't even thinking about it. I was literally just thinking, why can't I release this weight? But I had also prayed about a couple weeks ago, and I was like, Lord, show me what and how to lose this weight. Like, show me what to do. And I'm thinking it's going to show me a plan to eat and, what to do and da-da-da-da-da. But it didn't. He led me to the law of assumption, which led me to reading books and, looking at videos of people who have been practicing. And this is how these aha moments are coming up for me, because I literally asked the Lord to show me, and He is showing me. This stuff has been ingrained in me for decades. And I am the reason why I have not been able to lose weight, because this has been a belief that I have held so tightly, I didn't even know I had it. Not until today. So the first part is getting an understanding of what it is that you believe in order to change that belief. So now that I know this is how I have believed all these years, it is now time for me to create some affirmations to combat that. And even as I said it, the thought that just flitted through my mind was, that's going to be a hard process. See, it's that thought is to help keep me bound. It's crazy. It is crazy. So I didn't mean to go off on a tangent, but I wanted you guys to see how the law of assumption works, and what happens when you hear you get these aha moments and realize that you are holding on to something that does not serve you. And while this is kind of sad that I've held on to this for so long and it kind of makes me weepy, it also makes me so happy because I could have continued the rest of my life not realizing that it was my own thinking, my own vain imaginations that led me to this point. So now I have the opportunity to fix this and clear it up and change it. And I want to, and I believe that I can. And one of the things that I've done this week is take an affirmation that I really feel passionate about. And I did the 369 method on it, only not necessarily to manifest anything other than the belief in the fact that I can absolutely have anything that I want. And that has been the affirmation that I use. I can absolutely have anything that I want, and I am so grateful. That is what I wrote for the 369 method all week. And it has this aha moment along with that affirmation lets me know, thank you, Lord, for showing me that I have believed this all this many years. But also now, I can absolutely have anything that I want. So this is about to go bust. So I have rambled for 15 minutes. I hope that you guys are able to understand something that I said and get where I'm coming from. Because I really felt that I needed to really just let you guys know that stop and think over your lives. Things that have held you bound. If you have been a person trying to make more money, sit back and go back in your mind into things that people have fed you, that you've believed, and start attacking those beliefs because they are false narratives that people have planted in your mind because of their own beliefs. All of our parents have done that at some point in our lives. And right now it is up to us to start combating those things and implant in our minds our own thoughts and our own processes and our own beliefs so that we can create the lives that we want for ourselves. So I will leave you guys with that. Thank you so much for listening. Please, please, please don't forget to count your blessings. I promise you, your life will change once you add gratitude as a daily practice. Have a great day. Thank you for listening to another episode of the Babes Who Manifest podcast. I am your host, Lawanza, aka The Gratitude Chick. Don't forget to follow us on our new YouTube page at The Gratitude Chick. Make sure to click in our description box for a good deal on starting your own dropshipping business with Shopify.